Hi, I'm Marcus from crosstech.de, and today I'd like to show you how to replace Joomla's registration and profile system using ContentBuilder. Why you should be able to replace Joomla's registration infrastructure? Well, there are several reasons. One reason is that you have more flexibility when using ContentBuilder. You have full control over the output. Uh, about the user profiles, you can pretty easily arrange how the profile should look like. You can create lists showing all the users that you have on your website the way you want, with features that Content Builder provides. And additionally, you can create articles, regular Joomla articles, out of the registration data. I will show you this later on in the end, where we will create a category block layout where you see all the latest users that have been registered. So it turns the user registration process of kind of a new level. Of course, this will need some explanation because it doesn't work right out of the box, though the features are in there. You should know about how it should be done. It's actually pretty easy and logically, but it's a good thing to know about several things that need to be done in order to implement things like this. So in Content Builder, I'm going to start by adding a data storage. And in that data storage, I will create all necessary fields. So first of all, I will call this data storage profiles. And one field that we will need is a full name. And username. The user's email address. And the email repeat. And the password field. And the password repeat field. And I would like the user to upload an avatar image and having a capture field. There are several fields that won't be filled in the data storage with its values, which are the fields that are maintained by Joomla itself, which will be the full name, the username, email, password, and in the end the captcha. But you could add several other fields that you will need in your profile. So don't worry, no passwords and emails are kept in separate tables. It will always use the Joomla tables. And now we're going to publish the data storage and create our view that is supposed to be the registration view. And first of all, I have to choose the Content Builder type. Oh, forgot the name. So we'll call this profiles. I'm not calling this registration. I will do that in a menu item later, because we will reuse this view later on for something else. And then I choose the source. We only have one profile, so the next step I import fields. And in that list that we will create later on, I would like to see some of the fields displayed in the list, which will be the avatar image, but not the password, and not the email repeat field. And of course, I would like to have all fields being editable. And the avatar image should be changed to an upload field. And here we'll allow the file extensions JPEG, PNG, and GIF. And I won't make it mandatory in that case. And then I would like to use the captcha for the captcha field. Theoretically, you could add any field. Content Builder is typeless, but clever enough to identify fields by their types. So then I will head to the content template, Here it is important to keep the articles checkbox checked. As I mentioned earlier, I want to create articles out of the profile submissions. In copies of this view, it is recommended to turn off article creation, so you will have one article for this view and not many articles for copies of that view on that data storage. Otherwise, that could lead to confusion. And here I will set the default category for the articles and set the default access to public and set the article auto-publish checkbox and create a content template sample. I won't change this for now, it will be good enough. And then I head over to the editable template and create a sample here as well. So we're going to have the form later on. And in the permissions tab, I will allow public and guest to create new items. And in the users settings of the permissions, I will tell the view to act as a profile. And here we're going to choose what fields from the data storage or from the imported view is the full name field and the username field and so on. Email repeat, password, and password repeat. And for this demonstration, I will just check force login after submission. So after registration, the form will redirect to Joomla's login screen. And very important is to choose the pass-through plugin that ships with ContentBuilder. The pass-through will replace Joomla's email, not email, but the link to the registration to the one from ContentBuilder. That is important if you turn off Joomla registrations. And then I have to specify a URL to which to redirect after this registration has been done. And if I didn't forget anything, then that should be it for the registration itself. Then I'm going to publish it. And in the user manager's options, I'm going to check if the user registrations are disabled. Yes, they are, which is good because we want to replace the built-in registration with ContentBuilder. And then I'm going to create a new menu item of type ContentBuilder. Here I choose the create type and call it register with ContentBuilder. And in the advanced options, we only have one view, so it will be profiles, and then I save it. And then I should see register with ContentBuilder here. Oh, there's one thing in the menu item that you've just created. For the registration, you should set the access to guest. This is important because it will make the registration menu item disappear once you are logged in. So let's do a test here. Test registration using a muffin. So I'm going to send the registration email to this address. I'm going to choose an avatar image. I will choose this one and enter the captcha. And this message you can change in the language settings. And then I should received the registration email address, and you can email, and you can already see that the URL is totally different from the one from Joomla. So you see that it is ContentBuilder. So I'm gonna do the registration, complete the registration now. This message you can change as well. And yeah, now we're gonna test if everything worked with the confirmation. Et voila, you see that the other menu item disappeared and you're logged in. But now I would like the user to be able to edit his profile. So I go back to the view settings, and I'm going to create a new view. I just copy the existing one, and from this existing one and I will create a profile view. There are a few settings that need to be different from the original one. That's why I use the copy. And first of all, in the permissions front end tab, instead of using these permissions, I choose the permissions for the owner, which will be list access, view, and edit. Nothing else, just this. And in the users options, I will change the submission limit to 1, so exact 1, so user can only have exactly one profile, and we'll keep the rest as is. It's not important here. And then I'm gonna save this view and publish it. Or maybe renaming would be a good idea. So this is a specific profile. And then I'm going to create a new menu item of type ContentBuilder, but this time latest, to show the latest submission that this user made under the account he's logged in. So I will call it your profile. And here I choose the other view that we just created. And I save it, reload, and here you see your profile data, and then you're able to edit everything. In the view, you could, for example, turn off the captcha because you made it through the registration process, so it is very likely that you're not a bot, though it can happen under certain circumstances, but not in this case. So I will go to the editable template and just remove captcha item as well, so it won't appear in the template. And then you see your profile data, and actually this is not, as I said before, this is not stored within ContentBuilder. This is really the data from Joomla. So if you would just save it or change the password, for example, it will be saved in the Joomla settings. For example, here I entered the wrong data for the password. I save it, and there will be an error. So back to our, I have to change the content template here as well. But what I wanted to show you is that we would like to see our avatar image. So first of all, on the content template, I will remove the captcha. And then I would like to make the avatar image appear. We're going to use the built-in plugin CV image scale for this, for the field avatar image, and let's set the width, the initial width, 100 pixels. So if we would save it, we should see the image now, which is here. It's not clickable yet, so we're going to tell the plugin to be open true. There is more documentation in the documentation PDF of ContentBuilder, where you can see all the options for this particular plugin. So if I click here, well, it's smaller than we defined, so to open in a smaller modal box, but I think you get the point. So now I would like to offer, oh, I didn't specify in Joomla the logout URL. Should do that too. But let me define this here. I think it's here under options. they had it somewhere. The logout, which is supposed to go on the logout. Well, you can change it somewhere. It doesn't matter. What I wanted to show you now is how to create a list here with all your users. And here you see your profile. Please add an entry first. I have to do something about the menu item here too. You see it's public, but it should be registered. That's why I just saw this. Sorry for that. Okay, here we go again. It's clean. Now I would like to create a list for the public, so the public users can see what users are registered on your website. You could also create it for registered users or different user groups, but for ease of understanding, we just create a public one. And for this, I will use the view that we initially created, the one that is creating articles. And for this, I just change the permissions for which is everything here is great. Yeah, exactly. New. Okay, it should work out of the box if you just go ahead and create a new menu item with public access, content builder, and a list view. And as menu title, I choose user list. Here I will allow to show the back button. Profile is the correct view for this. And you see that you have a list here, and we need to turn off the captcha. This is not interesting for us in the list. And we would like to see the avatar image as well in the list. This can be done easily by going back to the view, profiles, that one that we used for the registration already. Here I'm going to turn off the captcha first, remove the captcha like we did in that other view, and it's not editable here anyway, but I just remove it for completion. And here you'll have the item wrap code. This is important to show the avatar image. We will call the CV image scale plugin again, but it will be a little bit different. If you call plugins in item wrap code, they always start with a dollar symbol, and for the CB image scale you don't need to specify a field because ContentBuilder already knows where it belongs to. So we just tell it to be 100 pixels and being able to open that image. And in the content template we have to do this too here. CB image scale. Here we need to specify the field avatar image and with 100 and open true. So when reloading that list, you see that the capture column disappeared. You have a filter by default. There's also an advanced filter, advanced search module available as separate download. And here's the avatar image again. And we can go and see the details. And would have a regular list. But now I want to show you more. I want to show you how to create a category block layout out of this data, so you will be dealing with actually real articles. I think, yeah, here in that other view I left articles on, I just turn it off. So now we'll create another menu item just to show you how it works with a category block layout. And Here we'll choose Joomla's regular articles section and choose the category block layout. And our default category has been uncategorized, which we will be choosing here too. And as menu item, I will call it new user arrivals. Save it. And you see that you have regular articles here too. This is a fragment from before. And you see that our ContentBuilder plugin is working as well. By the way, the other way it works as well. You can use regular content plugins that work in regular Joomla content and call them within ContentBuilder too. And which is quite a great thing. Because you could add anything here in a content plugins would be executed in columns as well as in details. There are not all of the content plugins are working properly because they require something some request data from the URL. But with a little extra work, even those can be made working. So you have to try. But this is a nice feature anyway. And yeah, and what's also important to know is in this category block layout, if I would go to the user manager and turn off that user, which is this one, you will see that it will follow the permissions, so you don't have to worry about that. And turning it off would bring it back. See? So, I hope I could give you an insight on how to create registrations, profiles, and category block layouts with new user arrivals and everything. And that's it for now. If you have questions, just drop us a line in, at Crosstech in the user forums, or send us an email with suggestions and questions you have to make. And I wish you a good day. See you. Bye.